your memories from the first Big Bash?
Oh, it's a little while ago now, but it was early stages for the tournament, but it was pretty obvious that it was going to be a success. The way that the tournament was run, the way it was received as well by the Aussie public, and also the cricket. I thought the cricket was played to a really, really high standard, and I think guys have really got in behind the concept, and the franchises have developed a real fan following now as well. I got my nose smeared across my face by Brett Lee, but outside of that, I had a great time.
You and Dan have both captained one another, and now he's the coach. Is that going to be a bit of a different dynamic?
No, look, I don't think so. I think as long as there's a respectful line there, and you're all trying to do the same thing, then you can put those things aside. You think about what's the right things for the team at the point in time, and you have philosophical conversations. The good thing about when you trust people is that you have robust conversations when you require them as well. And with Dan as coach and me obviously playing, I know that he'll look to my opinion at times, and I'll respect the fact that he's coach. And we've got some very good players within our mids as well, and other strong leaders. So, I think overall we've got a lot of bases covered. It's then about how we're able to transition that out onto the field and still play with that freedom with the structure that we'll have in place.
Ben Cutting and Chris Lynn, how have you kind of seen their development over the last few years?
Well, I think Linny's developed immensely, and he's year by year he's just got better and better and better. Last year he's obviously outstanding with bat in hand, and I thought his captaincy was really good as well. And I think he's ready for another breakout season. And there's not many players around the world that can be as dynamic as what he is. And Cuts, when I first saw Cuts, I thought that he was going to be straight on the scene, but he's obviously gone through some injuries and had a little bit of a lull. But I think what we've seen in the last little while is he's starting to come back, and he'll be a huge player for us, I think, batting in that middle order, bowling, using his height and his ability to change the pace, but also every now and then on that gabble wicket being able to sniff the batter a little bit as well. There's not a whole lot of those commodities around, guys that can work it out of the park, field brilliantly and bowl touching 140 k's now, so he could be a huge asset for us.
Another unique talent with the Brisbane Heat this year is Samuel Badri. Is it pretty exciting to have him on board as the other international? Yeah,
Bads is he's got a unique skill because he can, especially at the Gabba and places like that, he can still be so effective. He does something that most other bowlers don't do. He's got the ability to skid one through you, and his change of pace is subtle, so it's hard to see as a batter. And he's also a fantastic guy as well. I've played a little bit with him at Chennai, and looking forward to reuniting with Bads, and I'm sure he'll be hugely effective for us with ball in hand. And he's a great fella, and I'm sure he'll fit in really well again this year.
How are you kind of managing, the T20 life, and is a little bit of a change of pace?
It is definitely a change of pace. I think there's different pressures which come with playing in the T20 leagues around the world. Look, I had a great time playing international cricket. 14 years playing for my country, and obviously the last 3 years captaining my country. But it was time to move on as well. From the team's point of view, they're in that stage where I've probably given them all I can give them, and they're ready for the next challenge and under a different leader. And Kane is going to be outstanding from a leadership point of view, still so young, but the time was right to walk away, and I walk away with just great feelings of and memories playing for my country, and also still loving the game, which a lot of people don't do when they leave international cricket. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I also love the fact that you travel the world and you meet different people. You can take your kids to different countries and experience different cultures, and that's pretty cool, and feel very lucky to still be able to be involved in the game, even though you're not playing international cricket anymore.